Hey guys, hey guys, hey guys, hey, 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 hey. Alright, welcome back to my channel, and it's finally here. I'm finally responding to all of the nonsense that was Chantal this past week. She really was on a roller coaster of crazy, a roller coaster of nonsense. I am not going to do a reaction today because I was so far behind that reacting to just one video would be not enough. So I am gonna do my best to just give you my general thoughts about everything that happened, particularly responding to the whole video that was essentially about me. I just want to put a disclaimer that I'm probably gonna miss something. There was so much that happened this past week with her, like, it's impossible that everything is gonna get covered. I know I'm gonna miss something, forget something. So drag me in the comments, I can take it. But that's my disclaimer.
So here's what you missed on Glee.
After I posted my whole video about why her particular fast was problematic, literally minutes, it was probably like maybe 10 to 15 minutes after I posted that video and like made it live for everybody to watch, Chantal posts a video that's like called something along the lines of I hate diet. So in this video, Chantal goes out to eat with Pete's. She condemns calorie counting, she condemns macros, she claims she was offered a brand deal with a measuring scale, something or another. She even goes as far to condemn like the concept of moving. And I'm not talking about exercising, I'm not talking about, Zumba, cardio, weightlifting, going on a walk. I'm not talking about any of that. She literally said, I don't like moving, like the concept of moving, period. Anything moving, she doesn't like to do it. So she does this whole nonsense garbage video about how much she's over diets. However, what she wasn't ready for was that I came out with that video literally 10 to 15 minutes before that. So then, I don't know, something was sparked inside of her and she made a whole other video. Now here's the tea. I'm not saying that video is about me, but that video is about me, you know? From the person who brought you the great hit of Say My Name, when BB's not around you, Say Zachary Michael, If You Ain't Afraid, from the same person that brought you that hit is gonna bring you this hit. I'm not dumb. I know this video was about me. I'm not dumb. I know you can't stop thinking about me and not BB. Okay, that's all I got. That's all I got for singing. That was ridiculous. I can't believe I did that. This whole video, she alludes to a channel we all know, and homegirl can't just say my name. Something inside of her is all about making videos about me, making it clear she's talking about me, but not actually saying who I am, what my name is, etc., whatever. So, it's whatever, but she did tell me, and I showed you the screenshot in my last video about her, she did say, I should go do my research on fasting. So what did I do? I did some research. Now, was it the most extensive research? Could more research be done? Of course, that is the great thing about science, is that science is constantly growing and what we know about science is growing. And of course I could have done more research, but that was like the first few things that I found in the span of making that video, right? So, I, unlike Chantal, don't have all day to sit around and watch YouTube videos and Netflix documentaries and things like that. Like, I work a full-time job. I don't have time to just sit here and be perusing the internet trying to learn all I can about water fasting. I think I did a pretty decent job given the time constraints that I have in my life, okay? Now, what's upsetting though about all of that is that she told me to do my research, and then in this video talks about how awful I am for bringing down her ideas, and everybody should just, be more open to other people's ideas. Now, that's fine. I think we should be open to people's ideas about a lot of things, like political ideologies, religious ideologies, things where there's not a wrong or a right or fact, right? But in this case, there are facts. There are facts about our bodies that we know. And those facts can't be disputed as just ideas. That I think is like a large misconception in our society these days. Like, we have to be respectful of like alternate facts. And no, we surely don't. I'm open to your ideas about religious beliefs. I'm open to your ideas about even political beliefs. But there are scientific facts in this world that can be proven with evidence. And I don't have to just like accept those things, right? So I think that is kind of silly. And clear though from how you go about proving your point. So in this video, Chantal continues to talk a lot of pseudoscience, throws in a lot of words that I'm sure she just learned today. She makes it clear even and that she didn't pronounce, and I can't pronounce it because I don't know that much about it, but that she can't pronounce autophagy, autophagy, whatever. It shows how much she actually knows about the word when she doesn't even know how to pronounce it, right? So she does that. She shows literal screenshots of Google searches she did where she just got a title. Like, you can see from that screenshot that she just took that from Google and she didn't actually read what it said. Otherwise, the link would be purple. You know, she shows links to YouTube videos. She talks about Netflix documentaries again. And the thing is like I said, facts are facts, America, or in this case, Canada, right? Like, you can't dispute facts. And a Google search is not a fact. A YouTube video is not a fact. Yes, people can talk about their lived experiences in YouTube videos, but there's also nothing that's like really challenging whether or not those things actually happened, if those things are true. You know what I'm saying? So like, they're a good source. They're a good like secondary source, maybe. But like, when you have secondary sources or word of mouth sources, like, you need to back those up with primary sources. This is how things work. I do want to give credit where credit is due. Like, she did list 2 articles, but what I will say about those articles is one was really just an article that ultimately linked back to the True North whatever center. What I'll say about the True North Wellness Center, from at least my like brief research about it, is that it does seem to be employed by like actual medical doctors, right? So like, it seems like they might actually have licenses to practice medicine. So that's fine. I mentioned in my previous video that like, fasting can be great and can be good if you are also doing it with the guidance of a medical professional, which one of my points is that Chantal was not doing her fasting with the guidance of a medical professional. So keep that in mind. The other thing I want to say is that the other article about the mice, that's fine. One, though, it's in mice, okay? That's not a study that's saying like, yes, this is good for mice. And also, surprise, it's good for humans. Humans and mice are on very different like places and evolution and what our bodies can and can't do. And that's not saying that there can't be some correlation or that those things couldn't also be true. And then further, the test itself, if you click the link that she sends you, it says word for word that more studies need to be done to understand the impacts that fasting has on one's health. So that's another example of where you need more sources to support what this is saying, because it's saying, we did this test once, we did this experiment once, we got these results that could be a good thing, but you're gonna have to do more to know if there's any significant impact. So this is how science works, Chantal. That's just a little crash course. And yeah, those are my thoughts about that. So again, I've mentioned a few times that there are types of fasting that can be beneficial and healthy. I have participated in intermittent fasting before. I don't think I made that clear in the video. Maybe I should have said that more clearly, but like, when I was doing keto, I would intermittent fast. So I would aim to have all of my meals for the day between noon and like 6 p.m., 7 p.m., something like that. I can't remember what the time frame I did was. I think there can be benefits to fasting. I have seen benefits for myself and weight loss and how I felt. I'm not saying it's all bad. What I am saying is maybe bad is going or attempting to go for 21 days without the guidance of a medical professional while you also have a binge eating disorder, and you're replacing one eating disorder with potentially what could turn into, even if that's not your intention, what could turn into an eating disorder in the regards of like not eating at all. One thing that I do want to bring up about the medical professional piece is all I said about medical professionals is one, that guy was a quack and clearly didn't have the grounds to be practicing medicine, and two, that she should be doing her fasting with a medical professional's guidance. And Chantal wanted to go on this like rant or tangent about how there are medical doctors that mess up all the time, that get sued for malpractice and things like that. And like, yeah, I don't disagree. And I also wouldn't trust them with my healthcare, just like I wouldn't trust Lauren Lockman. Like, that's a silly argument to make, and it's actually a straw man argument because you're like trying to refute something I never even said. Like, the point was never about like whether or not I would go to a medical doctor who had been sued for malpractice. I would think most people wouldn't. So she also wanted to talk about Netflix documentaries being credible. And I truly don't think that all Netflix documentaries are not credible, right? Like, there are probably plenty of Netflix documentaries that are. I think where Chantal misses the mark is that she doesn't realize that people are saying that there could be some truth in Netflix documentaries, but what else are you backing that up on? Like, you are basing extreme dieting, which she mentions multiple times about how she doesn't see it as extreme as getting her cyst surgically removed. But she is taking these extreme risks with her health with just watching a documentary on Netflix. And I find it so humorous because literally before I had paused the video and I made a note about how I wanted to say something in this video about the magic pill. And turns out, homegirl brings it up herself, and I'm like, girl, you're missing the point. People are bringing up the magic pill to show you that, like, how easy it is to disagree with something that's shared through a Netflix documentary. The point is not whether or not your documentaries are credible, whether the magic pill is credible. The point is that just as easily as you can say, hey, look, my point is validated because I found this documentary on Netflix, I can just as easily say, you should try the keto diet because there's a whole documentary about it on Netflix. But we both know that you don't believe in the keto diet, and that would be really foolish of me to say, like, here's my proof and my evidence, when there's just as many videos supposedly that justify you on Netflix, right? So it's cherry picking of what you want to accept as like a credible, real source from Netflix, and what you don't want to accept into your life. So I think it's funny that you brought up that people talked about the magic pill because, like, girl, you're not doing yourself any favors in your argument. So after all of this, in this video, she starts talking about how she wants to do a grape and a lemon juice diet. But y'all, literally like the day or two before, she posted that she hates all diets. I'm over it. I hate them. Girl, what is the truth? She talks about then, after talking about this grape and lemon juice diet, she talks about how she has felt benefits and things that have come from this water fast. She talks about how she's become accustomed to eating less food and she craves the poor food or like the bad food less than she did before. Oh, really? So that's why in the same video or the video of the day before, you went to that dinner with Pete's and had that hamburger. Okay, girl. Girl, you are exactly the girl we knew you were, girl. Like, no, you are not experiencing any benefits. And you want to know? You want to know how I know that? Because the whole rest of the week you proved that nothing positive came out of this. Like, all of the things I said in my video, I mean, not all of the things, but things like how not eating and fasting can be an onset, like, risk of increasing your possibility of binge eating. Girl, you proved me right. You proved me right the whole next 4 or 5 whatever videos you posted. You proved me right. Like, girl, I just don't understand. And then she talks in the same video about how she, like, wasn't doing the water fasting for weight loss. Really, girl? Because when you finished up the water fast, all you wanted to talk about was the weight you lost. You didn't talk about any of the other benefits until people started questioning you about why you were doing this water fast and why it was so extreme. Yes, in your original video, you said you wanted to do it for those other things, but when you finally stopped doing it, the only thing you wanted to talk about was the weight you lost and how you planned on keeping it off and how you were excited about keeping it off and not eating too much and blah, 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 blah. So, girl, yeah, you put up this facade that it's about the cysts, and you put up this facade that, you know, it's about resetting your diet and all of these things. But one, I doubt that it had any impact on those two things. And two, you clearly had another motive of losing weight. You weighed yourself every day. You bragged about the weight you lost at the end of it all. Like, you cared about the weight loss. At a minimum, you at least need to acknowledge that weight loss was an important part of it. It might not have been the whole part, but it was part of it. So what really makes me also, you know, want to make a point to say that, like, this is all a joke to you and that you don't care about weight loss and that the water fasting didn't really work for you is that you went on to post 3 different videos about mukbangs. The first one was just the simple like HelloFresh video that could have been fine if it would have just stopped there. But then you posted a video called I Can't Stop Eating, which the thumbnail featured you with a huge cake, but then it also featured another HelloFresh meal.
This is the second meal from HelloFresh that I'm trying this week. So yeah, so chicken with some kind of sauce that smells really amazing, some roasted green beans, wish that they were pickled, and some water. So that sauce is so good, guys. I'm not gonna be eating the steak sandwiches, but BB will. It's been a while since I did this, like mukbang style, you know, and it's like, I forget how easy it is to just like, eat dinner and just talk, you know? Just kind of like carefree. Have you ever had an M&M too tall cake? I don't want to dirty another plate, so I just like break off a piece and eat it like that. I don't know. That's why I say I'm sick of everything, you know? I know I have to do something. But anyways, guys, just thought I'd do a couple of mukbangs. I know hasn't been the healthiest food, but I'm not doing too good right now, obviously, on my diet. Not diet, but committing to my lifestyle changes.
And then on top of that, you posted this little ditty in the comments. And girl, while I appreciate your honesty about that, like, what happened to this water fasting that supposedly, you know, made you crave these foods less and reset your eating and helped you lose weight? I'm waiting. I need an answer, girl. Like, I don't believe it. And then what I don't believe anymore is you posted another video the next day that said, here's all the things I honestly eat in a day. That obese girl eats in a day.
I know I've said this many times. This is gonna be my last supper, so to speak. I don't know what it is, but I don't know if I like delude myself into thinking that it's like for some reason I can't start fresh without eating all the food that I feel like I'll never get to eat again. You know what I mean? Beforehand. So this is my I don't give a shit hair, and this is my I don't give a shit sweater. I like always lately been binging in this sweater. I don't know why. I guess I'm just gonna do whatever. Like turn on the camera and just do whatever. Got a 1/4 pounder, no onions. Does anyone else say that they're allergic to onions so that they don't put onions? Where's the bottom fries? I know you're escaping me. So this is what I'm having. Try to find a secluded area. Heck yes, it's embarrassing. Someone comes through the window like, I'm picking out, leave me alone. I'm home drinking this because I don't feel good. Had to break this out again. I'm going to bed. I'm seriously going to bed early. I feel like crap in every way possible. Was it worth it? No. Never is. Why do I do it? It's $1 million question. Seriously. So I just want to go to bed.
Girl, I'm waiting to understand what this is about. Because you know what you did on that video? You posted all the things that you ate that you didn't put on camera. And you wonder why people don't trust a thing that comes out of your mouth. You have proved it. I have the receipts. If anybody ever wants to tell me that this girl is honest and that I should feel sympathy for her and that she's not doing all of these things to like exploit her weight, blah, 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 just watch this video back because the receipts are here. Like, she's so convinced in this video that was about me but wasn't about me, that I am brainwashing people. And she even goes as far to comment that on people's comments in the comment section. So she can't say my name, but she will comment and let them know that she thinks that I have brainwashed them. And so, girl, I don't have to brainwash anybody. People, one, can do their own research and talk about their own life experiences. The person in that comment was talking about their own experience. How are you to tell them that they're wrong just because their lived experience also agrees with what I was saying? And not only do they not have to just be brainwashed by me, all they gotta do is watch your videos, girl. I have shown in the span of this video that you are inconsistent. You're a mess. You need help. But sure, girl, pass the buck to me, ma'am. Pass the buck to me. Because it's a lot easier to blame me for your inconsistency than it is for you to take ownership of that. And I mean that seriously. Like, you have brainwashed yourself, right? Like, if you think I'm brainwashing people, take a look in the mirror, girl, because you have somehow convinced yourself that this cycle of extreme radical diet to getting angry to filming 12 mukbangs to this is my last meal, I'm done, I'm over, like tomorrow I'm going on a walk, and then vlogging you going on a walk. If you really think that this cycle of videos is sustainable, you're gonna get a wake-up call soon. And I say that with deep concern, honestly. You need to get out of this cycle. It hasn't been working. It hasn't helped. And it's not suddenly going to start working tomorrow. How many fasts have you done, Chantal? How many? And how many of them have resulted in some kind of lasting change for you? I encourage you to keep your gynecologist appointment. I encourage you to go to that psychotherapist appointment you talked about in one of your videos. I encourage you to go to Overeaters Anonymous. I encourage you to do all of those things because I think those things are actually designed to help you find a real solution to your problem. I believe that you can do something about all of this. I truly do. But you gotta shit or get off the pot because people are tired. And the people who once supported you are continuing to turn their back on this nonsense. They don't want to be a part of it. I know that this is not going to be interpreted by you as helpful, and that's fine. But I sincerely hope you follow through on any one of those things. Go to the doctor, see a therapist, attend an Overeaters Anonymous meeting. Do any of them. I think they all could be helpful. That's all I got, y'all. I hope you enjoyed this long-awaited response from me. I hope it all seems organized and put together. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to subscribe down below if you haven't already and hit the bell notification. And also leave me some comments, leave me your thoughts. I'm open to hearing what you all have to say about this, even if you disagree with me. And make sure to like the post as well. The video. As always, you can follow me on any of my social media down below. I hope you all enjoying this video, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!